I'm a little bit angry. I just went in a spur for 3 minutes and I looked over to realize that I was muted that entire little like rampage. But yeah, I'm angry. Wargaming, you absolutely suck at making anything whenever it comes down to making something worthwhile. You're ruining tier 10, you're ruining the entire game. It's not even fun to play anymore. I'm ready to go back and play different games. For instance, Space Marine. At least I don't got to deal with bullshit over there. Also, where the fuck is this 127 millimeters? Why does a light tank have 127 millimeters? Well, can't say that. 200 LT. But let's take a look. We got 38 millimeters at top. We got 31 millimeters aside. Keep this in mind. So I just had a match 5 minutes ago that I recorded this. I'm gonna just fast forward because I'm done ranting on it. I mean, I'm not done ranting. I'm angry at this because they are retarded and have no idea what they're doing. We're going to do fast pause right there. As you can see, I'm aiming towards the front of the tank. This is close quarters engagements. It is 27 meters. The shell, however, even though I fired at the front of the tank here, went to the back. A lot of people are going to stop and say it's like, well, that's dispersion. Everything else, that's not dispersion. The closer you are to the target, you're going to land within inside your shell radius. And for instance, my little reticle is right here. That's the only area it can land. So what happens is that this tank can go, 70 or 72? 72 on like a guess, maybe. And the downside to this is that the way the game renders this entire tank model right here is it's going 70 or 72. Any tanks that go above 60 kilometers an hour have this issue inside the servers, inside World War II matchmaking, and it's been dominant ever since the Snakebite came out. We were able to test this whenever the Snakebite came out. Thank you, Wargaming. You suck at what you do. So the game registers that, hey, this tank is actually still further behind for the entire system. And then it tries to speed it up and catch it up, and it gets confused, so it kind of puts the tank into this really weird state where technically you got a hit, but it registers the tank actually being right here. So you hit the target, but in fact, the game did not register the target being there anymore, which it just gives you a spaced armor hit. And based upon the impact right here, this is a 123 millimeter gun. This thing doesn't have 40 millimeters of armor anywhere. That should have been an outright overmatch on the side of that light tank. Guaranteed with where I was aiming. But instead, rather than taking your money and actually updating the servers and making everyone happy, you're greedy fuckers who just pays everybody instead. Make your community happy, make people happy, because this is getting irritating. And to give you guys an idea, this is within the play session that I just played today. The last one, I'll actually be able to go over 4 new captures, because another one was 19 minutes ago, and I was sitting there, I was playing inside my Super Conk, and I had a very good match inside my Super Conk before this one, and I was just kind of blown away with it. But I wonder how this waffle player feels right here. Just look at this. Okay, let's go back real fast. Let's go back a little bit farther, because apparently I'm not fast enough on this. We're going to pause. It is currently 41 seconds inside the match. 41, 9:41. Hit play. He died within 3 seconds, 2 seconds, technically. He did get hit by a 4005 for 400 damage, but the difference is that he died so fast that it's not even funny. And I didn't even get to finish this clip because I was angry and I didn't even get to finish it. So I'm going to finish this clip. I'm going to show you why this is so irritating. Because they give this thing all the speed in the world. They give it one of the most dumbest guns in the world. And it's like, suddenly, usually if a light tank gets behind me, my goal is simple. I don't care if a light tank's behind me. I'm going to accept the damage that it hits me with. But the problem is, he just hit me for 900 in the course of a second. And I was at my base trying to defend it. Don't get me wrong. I went in and I made sure my team was able to do anything. But the fact is that this is absolute and I hate it. This takes away from any engagement that you have inside tier 10. Not just that, another toxic tank, the Centurion AVRE that's right in front of me. It's like, which toxic tank do I get to choose to get killed by? Overpowered light tank? Which is surprising to say, an overpowered light tank. I never expected to be able to stop and say that we have an overpowered light tank inside the game, but we do. And it's irritating as all hell. It drives me up the wall. It's just like Family Guy grinds my gears. This grinds my gears. This makes me go absolutely insane. They're negligent. They have no idea what they're doing. Their coding is absolute dog shit. And I had a developer come over trying to be like, well, I'm just trying to stop misinformation. I don't give a shit, heat resistance. I don't care. I see what's going on. I'm playing the game. Okay? And it is irritating. And anyone wondering why I'm wearing a hat, it's because my little leather covers on top of this came off. And I got this hat in a sponsorship deal like 6 years ago. So I said, screw it, I'm going to wear it. Because it prevents me from bruising the top of my skull. And it's naked. So it is what it is. Anyways, this has been my hassle the past couple of days playing tier 10, playing really anything. Playing the Minotauro. Minotauro is an absolute badass tank, by the way. It doesn't matter that they did like a slight 0.33 second nerf and its interclip reload didn't do shit. But this is toxic. This is beyond toxic. This is that T249 black is equivalent to the BZ176. But worse in terms of toxic and overpowered tanks in this game. Because originally, if the Manticore was behind me, I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm going to focus on things in front of me. I don't care if you hit me for 400. I want to make sure I'm defending my front. I don't care that you're there. You can enjoy that 390 alpha behind me every single 11 seconds. I will completely put up with that because I'm going to make sure I kill every single one of your teammates in front of me. And then hopefully my team can come deal with you. But that tank gets up behind you and it's all game over. Absolute game over. In all honesty, another tank that people kind of forgot about that fell off the radar was the Char 75. This thing is also a really badass tank that can shred stuff. But you see, this is a balanced shredder. It can actually ricochet. It can bounce. It's not guaranteed damage. I'm not watching the front of a bar get hit for 10 damage a pop, which confuses the shit out of me because the bar's got some thick armor in the front that 75 millimeters cannot pin. So how are you doing 10 damage a hit? 192 rounds, 10 damage. Bar's got, what's the bar got in terms of hit points? I watched a bar get absolutely shredded today from the front at 2100, and I watched him get brought down to 300 hit points after just getting shot in the front from one of the 249s. And I mean, the only thing that came to mind was like maybe he hit the 30 millimeter top plate at the right angle and it's splashing it. But even then, it's like that is so toxic that it's not even funny. And so far, they have done nothing to actually nerf the tank inside the game. So basically, the only thing that they're doing to the player base right now is they're like, oh, you typed in, you pulled out your card. Here's my wallet. Hold on. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. Oh my God. I need to actually go pay my rent. But, oh, I stole my wallet. I totally forgot about that. But, oh wow. You're putting all the money down to make sure that we're able to take care of stuff. Oh, we love you so much. And then to the free player base and all the free guys, they're all like, sorry about the rant, sorry about the swearing, sorry about the fingers, sorry about everything else that's going on. It's just the fact is that Wargaming, they're absolute retards whenever it comes down to it anymore. And my filter has since evaporated. I used to have a decent little wall in the way with a good filter, but my anger is slowly taking over. And I'm angry for all the right reasons because this is a game I love. Do you want to know where my money is now going nowadays? I'll tell you exactly where my money is now going nowadays. Over on Spotify, they have really cool deals. For instance, you can pay to increase your like 10 hours for $13. These books are $20 a pop, and they're 6 hours each, or 4 hours and 49 minutes each. So technically, it's like I spend $13, I get to rent 2 books. And that's the way I've been looking at it. So rather than spending $20, I spend 13 for 10 extra hours of listening. And then I'm able to actually sit down and enjoy my audiobooks that I'm listening to. By the way, Reborn as a Space Marine is actually not too bad. I actually want to get the manga now after listening to all the way up to novel 5. I'm probably going to be finishing it over the week. But whenever it comes down to it, I put my money where I like. If you put something out and you balance something correctly, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get my money and I'm not going to have any problems about it. Even if it's like I want to save up for a house, even if it's like I want to repair my car. Well, I don't even need to repair my car. It's got a brand new engine and rebuilt transmission. There's nothing I need to do with that GMC. That thing is a badass. It's a Jimmy from 1990, 96, 97. I don't care. It's like a Toyota. It never dies. But this is a game I like and I want to see it grow. But currently, the only thing that you goddamn developers are doing is pissing everyone off in the worst way possible. Keep Cold War with Cold War. This is one of my biggest gropes and one of the biggest reasons why I stopped putting money into the game. Speaking of which, offers World War II convert premium Cold War tanks offers gold. Where's the chests? The chests were here. That tells you how long it's been since I played. They've probably been gone since Tuesday. But chests. Cold War is Cold War. World War II is World War II. You have a divided player base, which is a video I want to make on divided player base. It'll surprise you. The player base is split. World of Tanks console is two different games. You have World of Tanks, and then you have shit. People who like shit. People who like World of Tanks, they play World of Tanks. So, in the end, that's kind of where I stand on it. Sorry for the rant. It's getting irritating. I did put a couple of matches in on Friday to grind out a little bit of the 60 TP. I got a couple of recordings on it. I wanted to do some more, but I got shredded by a 249 in my 60 TP. Not in the rear. I kind of drove sideways, and he shot the 70mm spot, and I died in 2 seconds. I should actually see if I can find that replay. Screw it. I'll look for it later. But no, it's just I'm fed up. They did a little bit of damage control about the tank. They were talking about the feedback for it and everything else, and I don't see how the hell it came through super testing. And in terms of super testing, do I still have that crappy freaking
Everything
replay
is fine.
inside this? No, I don't. I was messing around with that and doing some other stuff. This is what is this? This is something I wanted to show off, but it's not going to be shown off just yet. Unless I already showed it off. I don't really care. But the entire fact of the situation is it's irritating that this is what they're doing. They're ruining something I enjoyed. And I put the ED at the end of enjoyed for a reason. Because I no longer enjoy it. I think the season passes are a waste of money. I think the tier 10s that come out are a complete waste of money. I'm getting sick of seeing tier 10s inside season passes, inside ultimate season passes. I'm getting sick of seeing tier 10s being sold for gold. If you want my honesty, dude, put them behind a box, give them a 1% drop chance, I'll be okay with that, and then guarantee it after 100 boxes or 50 boxes or whatever the hell you want to guarantee it at. But contracts, there's a big thing about contracts. We already have an entire system inside the game that's already pre-established for you to be able to earn tanks based upon contracts and achievements, and it's right here. The mercenary system, okay? I understand that you're greedy assholes and you want money, but it's player base suffers. Okay, and if this is the same concept about EVE Online kind of does this to where they hope that the influx of new players come in is greater than the amount that they're losing. That way, they're capable of maintaining a certain amount of players that come into the game and players that come out of the game. It's what EVE Online does. So like they got a 20,000 player base that's constantly active, and then let's say that 20% of these player base that's inside this category leaves. And then their hope is that 22% is recovered through new players. And they hope that this kind of maintains to where you get the new players that come in and it slowly drops off. There's also something known as like the golden developer triangle. For instance, the golden developer triangle is you have damage, so BMG, then you have tankiness. Trying to do this with the mouse, this sucks. Tankiness combined with speed. So then you got speed. Yeah, I don't like doing this with the mouse. I wish I had a stylus and then touchscreen. That'd be so much easier. But the way that the 249 is put together is it's dead center in every single category, and damage is through the freaking roof. And you see, like in most MMOs and boss games, a boss is only having access to two of these at a time. Okay, and if a boss has all three of these, you want to know what happens? Here's your job. This is you. The boss is now in front of you. Okay, and he's all three of these. You're supposed to do this. You're out there. You're gone. You're just you leave because you're not meant to fight him yet. It is a complete waste of time to fight him. And I look at the 249, and that's exactly what goes through my head whenever I look at the 249 because it's irritating that it's in the game and that it's put together the way it is. It is, it's garbage. It is absolute garbage. And I'm not going to make a review on the tank until they nerf it. And if they don't nerf it within the next month, which it should have been nerfed the second goddamn day it was out, I'm going to make a review. And that review is going to outright tell people it is the most overpowered tank in the game. Currently, it is the most overpowered tank in the game. Super heavies are the only thing in tier 10 it cannot kill. Everything else in the game, if it's got a 70 millimeter plate, and it will surprise you how many tanks have got 70 millimeters in tier 10 and tier 9. For instance, like I think tier 9, so far I haven't been able to play any of my light tanks because if I play any of my light tanks, the one thing that happens whenever I play my light tanks is here's my ERAC 105. I was playing this because I was all like, is it really that bad? I don't want to say it's really that bad. So, you know, 249s are on the enemy team. I'm gonna get aggressive here. I'm gonna move on up. It's Prokhorovka. I am excited. You know, I'm super stoked about this. I'm spotted. And next thing you know, oh hey, how you doing? Thanks for playing. Dead within the first 37 seconds of the match. And you didn't just die slowly either. No, you instantly died against the strongest light tank in the game. You're lightly armored. You're not playing this game. That is what that tank does. It is bullshit. And this has been a 17-minute rant talking about it. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people have had this experience. Because there's a lot more replays inside my replay system now that are this than of actual good matches in tier 10 whenever I go up against that. However, I say that, but then I can come back over to my profile tab, come here, and easily come down to, it's sideways rather than straight down now, and they changed that. Cliff inside the Super Conk. This was a good match. This is a good match. 10 standard rounds, 27 premium, and then the rest is high explosive. And I don't think I got to use any of my HE inside that match, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, you guys, I'm irritated. I think Wargaming sucks anymore. They have no idea how they're programming games or anything else. So, it's time to pick up an addiction again. And I will catch all of you in the next one. And hopefully the next one isn't as negative or as angry as this one, because I'm furious. This is the most furious I've been since the release of the Tyrann, or the fact that they're not changing any of the perk systems, so you have like pinpoint accuracy at 500 meters with no shits to give because they're lazy and have no idea how to actually use their own development skills, which I doubt any of them even have development skills. They just have a copy and paste skill set, which is the reason why the Kampfpanzer 70 ton that's going to be released popped up with, it's on the floor, popped up with 20 degrees of gun depression because someone had no idea it's supposed to be swapped. That's your elevation. And your depression is 8 degrees. Not your elevation being 8 degrees. It's because they suck at what they do and they don't double check shit. Their quality control over on that side is trash. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. You can tell I'm angry. I'm a little bit upset.